We're recording. You're listening to the Tune Up and Jam podcast. Ready? Go.
This is episode 16, recorded at Saint Rocke in Hermosa Beach.
Tune Up and Jam.
All right, tune up, turn up, get down and start jamming. Once again, hello and chotoy biet. It is the Tune Up and Jam podcast. My name is Rich, and here with me is Francis, right to my left.
Hey there.
Chotoy biet, by the way, thank you in Vietnamese.
What you said.
Yes. So, well, it's been a while since we've done anything, Francis. We've been actually for good reason, we've been actually creating music.
Yes.
And it's taken some time away from us actually doing a podcast. So all of those people who've been listening to all of our previous podcasts over and over again and waiting for us to do a new episode.
Yeah, we didn't disappear.
Yeah. Here it finally is. We're not with Chris and Alexa tonight. They couldn't make it because we are actually in a remote, far away from our typical studio in Altadena. We're way out here in Hermosa Beach, suffering next to the ocean.
Great place to be, and our first on-location recording over at, did you say where?
Saint Rocke on Pacific Coast Highway here in Hermosa Beach. And should we say why?
Yeah, we are here for the Sound Collective. It's a showcase for emerging artists, and it's hosted by Josh Arbour and Kara Lingman.
Yeah, and they have a whole, basically every Tuesday this month here at Saint Rocke, they're having a host of this Sound Collective where they're getting local artists to come up and play, get their music out there, network, all that kind of stuff. And they invited us to be a part of it. We couldn't turn it down.
So tell you what, and instead of carrying on too much longer, let's just get right into it. And you'll be hearing the first artist, and we'll do a quick little interview and introduction to them, and then we'll just continue on from there.
Yeah, and we'll throw a little music in there while we're at it.
There you go.
All right.
Here we go. All right.
But all right, yeah, here we are at Saint Rocke at 142 PCH, Pacific Coast Highway in Hermosa Beach for the Sound Collective. It's going on all month here in September. And the first artist of all of this was Peter Knutson tonight at 8 o'clock here at Saint Rocke. So how'd it go tonight, Pete? Can I call you Pete?
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to be so comfortable.
No.
We just kind of met each other.
We're cool, Rich. It's
all right,
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
call
calling
me
you Rich. You call me Pete. It's totally
all right,
fine.
We're cool, yeah. I got your last name right, so I can do what I want, right?
Exactly.
It's Francis who has the problem over there.
Yeah, I always have the problem.
How'd it go?
Tonight was it was really good for me. I haven't. I used to play a lot of singer-songwriter kind of acoustic shows in college, and it's been some time since then. So this was a great night out for me, and a great night of friends, and a great encouragement. It was really fun.
Nice. Now, is this your first gig playing live in a while, or have you been recently playing, and this is just another step?
So in college, I played a lot of acoustic shows. I wrote my own songs and played acoustic guitar, and then did that for a bit, and then did a little venture of kind of post-hardcore screamo music. I played
like
in a
we all have.
Yeah, I mean everybody's has gone that way. I played in a band called Southern Lights, and that was a lot of fun. And then stepped away from that and played music at church for a long time, which is a passion of mine and something that's very important to me. And been trying to write songs, and Josh is he's a great friend of mine, and I couldn't be more thankful to him for him inviting me to play tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome that what they put together here. Now, do you know Josh from the area? Are you from this area, the same area as Josh? You grew up together, or like, how did you guys meet each other?
I did grow up in the South Bay, but I know Josh through playing shows. I think Josh lives in Manhattan now, but I'm not sure where he grew up, and we didn't know each other growing up necessarily, but just through gigging together and I think playing one common show, and then having appreciating each other's music, and then continuing to gig from there. I reconnected with him probably about 6 months ago. Went over to his house, and he shared some songs. I shared some songs, and that's honestly probably what inspired the night. And I couldn't be happier.
That's how it grows, man. That's part of what we actually were trying to do when we first put this podcast together, was find a way to get people connected, one way or another.
I think it's important too. We kind of jumped and we mentioned this guy Josh. So what we're doing here, what we're doing here at Saint Rocke, we are at the Sound Collective is the name of the night here, and it's featuring emerging artists. And it's a showcase to feature the different artists around L.A. Actually, around from anywhere, but we're here in L.A. pretty much, Hermosa Beach. So Josh Arbour is the artist that's hosting it, along with Kira Lingman. So these two are the ones hosting it and brought these collection of artists together tonight. So when we say Josh, that's who we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Francis, for clearing that up.
You got it.
Sort of the curator of the night.
Yeah. The MC, the curator, the guy who put it all together, and we're thankful for that. But like we were saying, our podcast was actually formed to do the similar type of thing, to try to reach out to people, connect people together, and get people heard.
Makes sense.
So it's worked out for all of us. I think for Josh, for you, for us, and we're thankful to be here too. So let me ask you, how would you describe your music?
I'm very probably the most honest when I'm performing or singing. For me personally, it's hard for me to open up or to be honest with people, whether that's just a personality trait or because of hurts growing up. I don't know, but so I would say just describe my music as like an honest, thoughtful, dynamic in the sense of like, I want it to be small when the emotion feels small. I want it to be big when the emotion feels big. So maybe emotive as well. It's all about the feel, so to speak, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And what better way to do it than through music? If it's always difficult in other ways to get yourself across, hey, that's what music's there for, right?
Definitely.
And we're definitely going to have a recording of yours also played on the podcast.
Awesome. That sounds sick.
We're gonna get that from the Francis. Is it from the board or?
Yeah, we got a little from the board. We can put something together, feature a little. But is there a place that you have that people can go check you out, check more music out from you? Are you online? Of course, you're online.
To be honest, not quite. But I have a personal Instagram, and that's at Peter JKLMNOP. That's my personal Instagram, and then I don't use Facebook. I probably should, but it's just become kind of a nuisance to me. But I mean, if you want to hear my music, you can always email me, and I'll send it to you. I got a couple acoustic recordings, and I'll throw my email out there. You can email me at Peter. Let me start again. It's PJKNUTSON@gmail.com. If you send me an email, I'll send you the acoustic recordings that I have.
And I think if maybe they can also email the podcast also. We can maybe get in touch with Peter as well.
Yeah, either way, which is podcast@tuneupandjam.com.
Yeah.
Either way. So, it was great having Peter on here today. And what we could do is, we're limited time here. We're kind of sneaking these conversations in between artists. But what we could do is open up the invitation to come by the actual studio.
Definitely.
And kick back, talk as much as you want, play as much music as you want.
Absolutely.
We can do it that way.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on out, man.
Cool.
Hey, Rich, Francis, thank you very much for taking time to talk to me. I really appreciate
You
it.
got
All
it,
right.
man.
Thanks, Peter.
Thanks for having you on, man.
Thank you.
We'll see you
Thanks.
again, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks.
Cool.
Waves breaking at the beach, and I remember watching the water as it lunged for me. I was so lost in my own dark seas, tried to forget how my loves took off. I kept on running till my shoes came off. The rugged sand on the bottom of my feet felt as sharp as their last words to me. They said I needed love more so than anything. I thought in hindsight they could be right, if only then I could learn to be free as a bird in flight. That's when it hit me like wind picking up a kite. Then I got this feeling like a boat just started. Feel the instincts kicking and began again. It said, so my skin was feeling.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
you a
Okay.
little
Check.
Can you hear me, Mark?
Quiet.
No, I can't hear you, Pat.
Okay.
Can you
We're
hear
ready.
me, Marky Mark?
I feel like
Okay,
I'm talking
so
into a
Mark,
void.
It's Nicole. How are you doing?
Oh, Nicole's here with us.
Yeah, I have blonde hair.
All right. If you've been listening, you've been hearing the chills.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yes, that was all
We
on
hope you weren't
tape.
listening there.
Yes, that
I'd
is
like
the-
to say for the record, it's chills, not the chills.
Oh, it's not
Yeah.
the chills. It's
Yeah.
just chills.
Yeah.
But we hope
okay.
to give
Sorry.
you the chills.
My apologies. I'm sorry.
Should we
about
get
that.
should we get a proper introduction with all the members? What
Yes,
do you think?
yes.
What do you think? Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Chills are. Let's go around the horn.
I'm
here.
Connor.
Patrick?
I am Nicole.
And I'm Mark.
And Mark, there's okay. And I've been looking. You guys, tonight you played with it was 2 guitars, cello, and vocals, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, yeah,
I
it was
also
bass
see that you
guitar.
got bass guitar. Sorry, but I also see you guys. You play cello and drums.
Yeah, I play cello and drums.
He plays
Plays
everything.
piano, too, a little
Piano
bit.
too.
I do play piano, huh?
Yeah.
He plays
And
his
he will never
feet
admit to it,
on
but
a
he also
wooden
plays
table.
a bit of violin.
And so
Yeah.
is this how you like what you played tonight? Is this how you typically play in other settings, or
This
you
is how we
change
play
it up?
live. The EP that we have coming out has drums on it as well.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, we actually need a drummer. That's
yeah. Let's throw that out there.
I play drums on some songs, but it'd be best if we had a drummer wall.
And
On
at
every
this point,
song.
I kind of split my duties 50-50 between bass guitar and rhythm guitar.
Okay.
And the stuff where I take over rhythm guitar, Pat does just straight solos.
Yeah, we just do what we can with what we
We're
got.
a Renaissance band.
Nice. So you guys got
Right.
the EP. When are you guys expecting it to come out?
By the end of this month, for sure.
We are
end of the
hoping
month,
by the
absolutely.
end of this month.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I'm
happen,
hoping
though.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
it's gonna happen.
Where you
Visualize your dreams.
I know.
Make
right.
them reality.
Make it happen, right? Where are you guys recording?
I was born and raised on the same
No,
hill in
where-
Orange
where were we
County.
recording?
Where were we recording? I love your
Oh.
life story, and it's
Oh.
interesting.
Wait, so,
Like,
well,
fuck that
I
question.
wanted to talk about myself for a
Sorry.
second.
Well, do it,
God.
please.
Well, we
You're a
can.
fascinating woman.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let's all put the mics down for a second. All right, go ahead.
I actually can barely hear anything. So
Oh, really?
maybe that's why I'm.
Well, we
giving
can blame
out weird
Francis for
answers
that.
about myself.
That's this guy's fault over here.
How's
we don't
that?
blame Francis.
Is this better?
That's perfect.
Blame the
We got
sound
cues.
guy like always, right?
When I first came out of the womb.
So anyway, you're recording in the womb. Is that what it was?
Yes,
Oh,
I
okay.
started recording in my mother's womb.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, when I was, it was 6 months prior to coming out of her
Yeah, which
via
is a wee little
C-section.
fetus.
Where have you been recording lately, Nicole? With your band Chills.
Yeah, let's fast
I mean,
forward
I've
a little
tried to
bit.
crawl back into my mom's womb in order to write.
Okay,
the
we've
same
been recording
songs.
in
Yeah, it's a
Inglewood
fiction.
with a wonderful man named Haskell Jackson. Grammy-nominated Haskell Jackson.
Nice.
That is true.
Yeah.
17
Yeah, Haskell is the
Grammy
best.
nominated.
Nice. So you guys are pretty excited about this, and you guys have some other gigs lined up in the near
Yeah,
future.
we're actually playing this Saturday, September 10th, at Sloopy's in downtown Manhattan Beach.
Nice.
It's like a nice little, just tiny restaurant.
Yeah.
I believe it's a free show as well.
And they have
right?
really
Yeah.
good sushi
Show, 7 to
burritos.
9.
Yeah.
Did
if
you
don't
say
like the
sushi
music,
burritos?
Yeah. if you
I
like
did
the
say
music, come for the
sushi burritos.
Sushi
so
burrito.
go for the music and get sushi burritos.
Yeah.
while you're
Yeah.
there.
The sushi
Yeah?
burritos are headlining. We are.
But they don't like them. Like, I'm the only one of this band that
No,
likes
okay,
sushi
it's a
burritos.
lot.
I love
So-
them, but they're like $20, and I need like 6 of them, honestly.
Okay, but we
Is
get a
a
free
sushi
meal.
burrito exactly what I think it might be?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
dude.
it
It
is
really
like-
is exactly what you think.
Yeah.
It is a sushi roll
It's a sushi burrito.
that
That's
is
what they
a
call it.
burrito
Sushi burrito.
at the same time. It's
Delicious.
amazing.
Delicious.
You should go
It's heavenly.
just
Yeah.
to have that. Plus, listen to us.
Nice. So we're gonna have to probably wrap it up soon because we got another
shit.
artist on stage. But
Yeah.
we're gonna play your stuff on our podcast. This is the Tune Up and Jam podcast.
Awesome.
And
Awesome,
we
man.
would love to have you guys out to our studio where we actually would be able to have you guys in. You could play in the studio, and we'd have a full-length podcast with our whole crew.
Yeah, anytime.
sometime.
Absolutely.
But do you guys have any websites you want to plug or anything like that? Any dates? Anything else you want to plug while you're here?
We're on Instagram at chills_music. We are also on Facebook at Chills Band LA.
Yes,
On Facebook, yeah.
Facebook's Chill Band LA, and then we're on SoundCloud at chills_music as well.
But our Instagram is it's kind of link out to the other places. So Instagram's probably the best.
Yeah,
place.
Instagram's probably the best place. And it's Chills with an S. A lot of people think it's with a Z.
Yeah, Chills with an S. Sorry,
Chills.
not
Yeah.
7 Z's.
Yeah, and not the chills, just chills with
Chills
an S.
_music.
Cool,
yeah.
and you can always get a hold of the podcast too. We can link it to you guys as well.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Absolutely,
All
yeah.
right.
And we really would like to have you in the studio to have a proper interview. We won't be
Absolutely.
restricted
No,
on
yeah,
time.
absolutely. That would be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'd love to
Yeah.
have you guys in.
When your EP is ready, we'll come
And
back out.
when we have sushi burritos.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so basically,
And
as
when you-
often as you want.
forever.
Yeah.
As
So
long-
EP plus sushi burritos.
That's a deal.
That's
a
a
deal.
deal.
And when you finish that next recording in the womb, whenever that will
Yeah,
be.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, hopefully sometime soon. I am going back down to my mom's house tonight, so.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, you guys.
All right, thank
All
you.
right,
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Haven't been alive in such a long time, but the moon broke my silence when it sang. Been stuck underground once or twice in my time. I always find my way back up the drain. Nothing changed except our pretty faces. Nothing changed, but the moon won't make a sound. And I changed from nothing into something wasted. All I know is I don't wanna go back down. Love is wasted on the love. My love is wasted upon you. Lying in your bed, I'm overcome. Lying to myself.
Cool. Cool. So we're here with Hugh DeFrance. DeFrance.
Yep.
You said.
Yeah, your preference.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like DeFrance actually.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
nice.
All right. So,
I'm taking a poll, so it'll be good to.
yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So how'd it go up there, man?
Went pretty good. Everybody, there was good energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A killer version of the Dylan tune, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
one actually? Because what did I do? Oh, Bucks the Rain and Man in Me.
The Man in Me.
Yeah.
The Man in Me when Josh came up and played with you.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. I like that one from. Everybody knows it from Big Lebowski.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, maybe that's where it has a little place in my heart too.
Yeah,
But-
for sure.
But I guess I'm along with lots of other people.
Yeah.
But are you local? Do you come from the Hermosa Beach area? or-
Yeah, not Hermosa, but close, like Lomita, Torrance,
Oh, okay.
Redondo. Hang around the whole area. Yeah.
Do you do a lot of gigging around this area too?
Not as much. I'm kind of just getting back into it. I just went to UCLA and
okay.
I just graduated, so
Oh,
I was kind
congratulations.
of like taking a little, not a hiatus completely, but
From
Yeah.
from music?
Yeah, for music. I did English
Okay.
at UCLA, so yeah, I'm kind of just getting back into playing.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So is this your first gig back to play? Your first
Yeah,
live gig?
actually it is. It's
No
kind of
kidding.
it was cool. I was I just moved back from Westwood, so
Okay.
and then I heard from Josh just like by coincidence.
Oh, nice.
So it worked out perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. So I wouldn't have been able to tell it was your first time back, man. It's
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, pretty seasoned already out there.
Oh, thank
man.
you. Wow,
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Yeah, and we're gonna we're gonna be able to get the sound from the board, I believe,
Oh,
so
cool.
that we can actually play it on the podcast too, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, because our podcast is called Tune Up and Jam. We like to try to get not only people connected through music and everything like that, but
Yeah.
also get people's music played and out there as much as we can.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's what we're definitely going to do. And we would actually want to have you up for a longer little session in our studio
Oh, cool, man.
one of these days, man, where you can actually play live and we actually get on about you and your story and everything like that.
Yeah, that might be fun. Yeah, we'll
yeah,
talk.
if you'd be interested in coming up there.
Cool.
So, yeah, it'd be cool. But
But for now, what's a good site for them to get in touch with you or check out your stuff?
I own HughDeFrance.com, and it just takes you to my SoundCloud. So, or actually, it might take you to my Facebook nowadays. I'm not sure. But they're all kind of connected, like they each link to each other.
and it's DeFrance, D-E.
Yeah, D-E and then France, like as in of France.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perfect.
So
Easy.
anyone that speaks Spanish will remember it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, or French.
Cool. Well, yeah, we'll definitely love to have you back up on there.
Well,
but
yeah, man.
we'll put your stuff up on there in the meantime, and we'll stay in touch with you, man.
Cool, sounds good.
All right, thanks a lot.
Cool.
All right, thanks,
All right,
Hugh.
thank you.
From the Great Lakes West Coast streets. I'll let you know how long it takes. The fallout and debris will soon be seen from the Great Lakes to the West Coast streets. Everything for you and me. The clearest thing you said plays on repeat. If it doesn't last, it don't mean a thing. I guess it's true for you and me. Is it true for you? And stack the miles out in between us. With distance we'll forget we were in love.
Okay, so here we are with Lisa Ritchie. She just got off the stage a couple minutes ago here at Saint Rocke. How was it?
It was, can I be really honest?
Yes, please be honest.
We expect
Don't be
nothing
anything
else.
Oh
less
my
than
gosh,
honest.
this is great.
Yeah,
Honesty. Okay.
honesty.
It was probably one of the worst sets I've ever played. I couldn't hear myself, but I also spent too much time in the sun today and took a shot of whiskey beforehand, so it was very irresponsible of me. So I take the responsibility there. But I also, my vocal looper kept feeding back. I don't know if you guys heard that.
Did not.
You
did
didn't
not.
hear the vocal?
One time I did. One time I
Okay.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It wasn't your first song though. It was like 3 songs in before I heard it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I only used it twice, and it never, maybe very rarely has problems, but it was feeding back so bad that I couldn't hear anything. So it was just one of those shows, and you have to have them. You have to have them as a musician.
Well, yeah, exactly, and
Yes.
that's the point. We actually bring up things like this on our podcast about what kind of things might go wrong and what you have to do to deal with that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so what do? You just gotta power through one way or another, right? So what did you do?
So-
did it ruin anything for you? I mean, or what did it change for you? When you
Yeah,
were,
that's a really good question. So I actually had planned to use the looper. I do a bunch of layers on my looper, and for those of you who don't know what a vocal looper
which I
is,
loved, by the way, when I did hear when you were
Oh,
using
cool.
it. Yeah, because as soon as I heard it, I was like, is she using a looper? Was she?
That's sweet.
Because it caught my ear right away. But go on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Yeah.
interrupt.
So loopers are they record your voice while you're singing, and you hit a button and it keeps looping it, and you can do multiple layers. And I usually do about 8 layers because I like to lay down a bed of ooze, so it brings all these chords and emotion to that.
Yeah.
And then I plan to do a whole set of just my loop songs where I get to build these songs the way that I hear them in my head, but I wasn't able to use it, so I the second song I just didn't use it, and then the third song I tried to throw it back in, but then it fed back so badly that I was like, okay, fourth song I'm just going to change a different song and throw in a different original. So I mean your set's always changing.
So
when
you
you're
changed on the
stage.
fly.
Yeah, you got to do it. Yeah.
So does that, because the audience, nobody noticed. We don't know that you're changing a song. We don't know that this is going.
I
So
feel
do you really think
notice.
that was what made you feel that it was the worst thing, or a bad experience, or?
I mean, I guess I count good experience based on I know that was a good performance, one, because the sound was good, but also because I'm having a blast and my heart is on display, and I'm not concerned about anything else but the song that I'm singing, the words that I'm saying. But I was very concerned about the sound, so that made it a bad performance because I wasn't focused on the song that I wrote and I wanted to share with the audience, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I count.
Yeah, I hear you.
But you know what? It just means that we have something to look forward to the next time, so you can show it the way you want it
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And you know what's
the silver lining.
And the other thing I read that you just graduated from the University of Michigan?
I graduated 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not just Francis and I on the podcast. We also have another guy, Chris. He's actually from Michigan.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, you have something to talk about with him. Although I think he's more of a stater.
Oh, he's not going to like me.
Well, that's okay. It'll be fun for us to watch you guys get into it.
All right.
We're just going to press record, step back,
Yeah,
and
we'll
you guys
let you guys have that. Yeah.
Good to
and then
know.
afterwards we'll hit the hiking trail.
Good to know.
So it looks like we have another performer going to head on the stage. So before we go, is there a website or any social media that you want to hit?
I vlog all my stuff, my honest take on what it's like to be a singer-songwriter in this industry in LA. And you can go to YouTube and type Lisa Ritchie Music, Ritchie. And I'm on all Facebook, Instagram, all of it. So look me up.
And what we'll do is we'll put that on the podcast as well, the links for your site.
Awesome.
And,
Thanks, guys.
And we're also going to get a recording from the soundboard here, if you don't
Yikes.
mind.
I don't know what you want to do with that, but it will be used as blackmail as far as I'm concerned.
Or what we'll do is we can take a snippet. We don't have to do the whole performance
Yeah.
of those issues. We'll do like little teases.
We'll get the snippet
10
of
seconds
the
in.
feedback, especially, that you
Yeah.
were talking about.
Yeah,
Very
just because we
cool.
want you to be happy with it as well. So we'll just
thank
take a
you, guys.
tease.
Yeah.
And of course, you're going to have to take us up on our offer to come into the studio and we'll do a full episode.
That sounds like a blast.
Yeah, and you can
seriously.
redeem yourself. You can play as many songs as you
That
want,
sounds
as many
like such
times
a
as you want.
blast.
Yeah,
Cool.
for sure.
Let's do that. I'll look you guys up. We'll trade information.
Definitely take a card.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa.
All right, bye-bye.
I fell in love with you right away. I'm sure that you'll understand that I waited every day to be something more to you than just another guy with the light on. I'm more than just a sucker with the light on. I say, sing softly to me now as you bury me underground, 'cause you like having me around when you're down. Heard he's getting out of rehab soon. I asked if he could come around to give back that part of you he stole when he left this
Check two.
Got Todd.
All right.
Okay, go for it.
All right, here we are. Now we're with Brian Davis, and he just got off the stage a few minutes ago here at Saint Rocke. So give us your assessment of your performance. How'd it go tonight?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How was your performance tonight? How'd you feel?
I felt good. It was, everyone was great tonight, and it's just cool being a part of it.
Yeah, I saw you're from Sacramento, or are you originally from there? Or you live here now, or are you just down here?
I'm originally from Sacramento. I've been down in L.A. about 10 years now, though.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. I was going to say, how's the scene up in Sacramento, but I guess you wouldn't know much anymore,
I actually
right?
don't know what the scene's like. It's like I should go find out.
Well, we had one guy on Billy Lawler a while back, and he was also from Sacramento, right? Yeah,
He was great singer-songwriter.
Yeah, but he's down here now too. So
nice.
I
should be friends with that guy.
Yeah,
You should.
actually, you should. Yeah, check him out.
We'll hook you up.
Yeah,
All
through
right,
our podcast.
thanks.
Yeah, he's great. I hear you're an Uber driver.
I am. Yes.
I saw you announced that from the stage.
That's right.
And I was on my way to a certain room, so I didn't hear your whole story, but it sounded like it was funny. Could you repeat it?
Yeah, sure. Oh man, now everybody's gonna be sorely disappointed when they hear the story. I'm an Uber driver, to help pay the bills and fund the music career, and I was got asked to perform in an Uber event. They wanted some Uber drivers who were also musicians to play, and it was me and these two other guys who were really cool. And they filmed it. They put it on Uber.com, which was awesome, but they spelled my name wrong. They spelled it Brain instead of Brian, which was a real shame. Telling, all excited, telling my family and friends to go check out Uber.com, and it was Brain Davis performing Never Fall in Love.
You just have you have a new moniker now.
Yeah. Brian the Brain. That's cool, though. So do you play around locally pretty often?
This is my first time down in Hermosa Beach. I perform mostly over in Hollywood or in Santa Monica.
Oh, okay.
Up there. I live up around there, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Do you have any gigs coming up in that area anytime soon?
I actually don't right now.
Okay.
I've been playing once every couple of weeks the past 6 months, so I'm taking a little break. I'm going to be back here September 27th.
Oh, okay.
Which will be great. And then,
so we'll see you then, too. I think we'll be here, too, at the same time.
Wait, what was that, man?
I think we'll be here, too. Doing the same thing for the Sound Collective.
Sound Collective.
We'll see you again, man. We'll see you play again. Cool.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Oh, possibly. Sorry, I guess I won't promise that we'll be down here.
I might have vacation that week. I might be out of town. But
okay.
let's see.
Well, we're gonna try to be here if we can.
It'd be awesome. You guys good. This is a great setup.
Yeah, it is cool.
So it looks like Josh and Kira have hit the stage. So kind of talking. We're kind of struggling to hear a bit. But what is a good place for them to?
Would you mind turning my headphones up? I can barely hear you, man. I'm sorry.
How about now?
Check.
A little more.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
That's good.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'd say we probably shouldn't carry too much longer. Is there a social media or email address they can get to you?
Yeah, I'm on playingforpennies.com, facebook.com/playingforpennies. I'm playing for pennies on Instagram as well. So yeah, cool.
Okay. What we'll do is it's getting hard to hear, but what we'll do is we'll put that on the podcast and we'll repeat that and make sure you get some.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, we'll have you in the studio too when we have you in. It's a full length podcast.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Take a card too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Definitely
Thanks,
have
Brian.
you in, man.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much, guys. I
you
really
got
appreciate
it, man. Yeah, we appreciate you too, man. Thanks.
Not the man you think you know. There's more than me than I care to show. I care to show you how I feel. Maybe you'd stay and be patient, for the feeling can wait. My love won't change. Then why am I always thinking of you and whom I be on your mind? My heart keeps steady within your rhythm. I'll find the assurance we need. Please don't say la vie. Keep me company and I'll keep you warm. Keep me company and I'll keep you warm.
People just fight the ones they got. People just curse the ones who got them to start feeling. 'Cause every once in a while, every once in a while, every once in a while I get to feeling. 'Cause every once in a blue, ooh. 'Cause every once in a moon I get to feeling. If I just fight the fight, if I just fight the lonely fight, if I don't live in time, I won't know what I'm missing. People just leave behind, people just leave the past behind. You could go back and find the pieces that you're missing. 'Cause every once in a while, every once in a while, every once in a while I get to feeling. 'Cause every once in a
Okay, cool. So a little bit ago, we were in the middle of the interview with Izzy, and you got pulled from our interview, and you went up on stage. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what happened right there, because it's leading into our interview with Azeen here. So why don't you tell us what happened there in the middle of that?
Well, we had run into just a bit of a snafu. We were working with another artist by the name of Kelly, and she just wasn't feeling too well, and so she was with us in spirit. But
Okay.
Shout out to Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly, you would have been here, but it's all good.
So I filled in her place,
Oh, cool.
fairly.
So you were you originally going to be part of that, or no? You had worked with her a little bit, but not. I mean, tell me. Yeah.
It was slightly fickle, you know. It's like an ambiguous sort of thing, you know. And so I was just like, okay.
Until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't. Until it was concrete.
He was just ready for the opportunity.
Yeah. Well, it worked great. And so you're. Obviously, you guys are friends out. This isn't your first time together.
No,
here,
he's actually my roommate.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
getting to how did it work so well. This is Azeen here. She was
Yeah,
on stage.
Azeen or Oz.
Oz.
Like the wizard.
The wizard. I love it. But you guys, I was like, how did he? What if you had somebody because you had said you had planned Kelly to be there and she wasn't feeling well, and then he went right up and it was like you guys rehearsed the whole night, and you were like, I just wrote these lyrics today, and like what? Like what? It was great. So yeah. So you guys are roommates and
Yeah, so it was
you
kind
rehearsed
of
a lot?
easy to. We rehearsed for 45 minutes before we went out.
Okay, all right.
So, but he was able to. Izzy's really good about just picking stuff up and really just going with it. And I think it's just the comfortability of kind of being able to do something on the fly, where a lot of
Yeah.
people get nervous about that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sometimes
you
when
know.
the best stuff happens too, right?
Yeah.
Under pressure like that, and it's like whatever, just do what I do and know what I know, and let's do it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Cool.
So it's a lesson. Practice your instrument, everybody.
That's
Be prepared.
right. That's right.
It's very important to practice every day.
Maybe just a little bit important, right? If you
Yeah.
want to get better, just practice a little bit and get ready for those types of situations. So, do you happen to have a lot of gigs around here in this area typically, or is this like one of your first gigs in the area?
I've recently just moved to Redondo Beach or the South Bay.
Okay.
You know, and I'm from Temecula, so
Moved
it's
back.
Yeah, it's a bit of a transition, going from small city life to like busy Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I'm too busy for you life.
Well, that kind of leads into the song that you wrote about the local. I was very impressed that you sang it straight to the locals, man. You went straight in.
What was that? Was that
Yeah,
called
talk
a
about
love song to Hermosa? What was that?
Talk about that song for a minute.
Well, I always thought that I wanted to write a beach song because everybody's like, you got to write a beach song in Hermosa. You got to write a beach song in Hermosa, and everyone thinks that. And my experiences have been good here. I live here for a reason. I'm going to live here for a reason. But I think that you forget on a beach that things can be just like anywhere else in the world, and you can get hurt, and people are mean, and it's a small town too. So I think that people forget that, and they think that just because you live on the beach, your life must be like a paradise. But I think that you can get locked into the same kind of struggles that everyone else gets locked into. So
life is life, right?
You've got a lot of people who want to live this superficial, rock star, this dream or
Exactly.
something,
Yeah.
and it's just like, show a little contentment.
Exactly.
It's okay to live lavish, but
And you know what? Kelly's actually the one who helped write this song. It started out as like a poem and a joke, and then it turned into something where I was like, I want this to be a song. And I just went off of that. But I think that you can take any lyrics, and if they really mean something, you can turn them into something funny. So I think that it's cool to have a twist on a beach song. It's not always waves and happiness and chilling.
That's what you get when you say you're going to sing a beach song. Everybody's all ready for the happy.
And I mean, it's got a little bit of comedy to it in a way. To me, like it's a little poke, but then there's, I mean, to me, I find that kind of stuff fun and funny because there's a poke to it, but it's real. I mean, it's not fake. I mean, you mean that, and that is true. What
Yeah.
you said in your lyrics, you know what I mean? So, to watch you sing it to the locals here, are you a local? Are
Scary.
you from here?
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
Which I find even more fact because I'm not either, and I'm like, yes, I feel the same way. I agree. Give it to them. You know what I mean?
Well, and I
but
think-
at the same time, it is great here.
It is,
You know what I mean?
for
It is
sure.
great here. Yeah.
And I think that we all I think that for me, I worked in the service industry for a long time, and I think working in it, you see, you get fed up with people in a type of way where you just, don't get to say a lot to them, back to the locals. So I
Right.
thought that maybe I would.
There you go.
But not a stab, because I've met a lot of great people here. But I always thought, hey, I'm moving from a small town to the beach. It's going to be different. It's going to be great. And then you run into the same problems, if not worse,
Yep.
So for you and Kelly, are you is this your format that you typically perform as a duo?
I have a couple of different projects right now. Actually, one with Izzy as well, where he's going to be doing vocals and guitar. But a full band project that's kind of just coming into the works with my other roommate Christian, and that's called bye. Yeah. That is called Chips and Salsa. Nice. And that's kind of a Reagan. It's Reagan's years. Wow. It's a kind of a
that should be fun.
It's kind of a reggae Spanish fusion.
Oh, nice.
So Chips and Salsa will be opening a lot for people.
Very cool.
Great. And for Chips and Salsa, do you have a social media you want to?
That is all kind of coming together. Christian's getting back from Peru tomorrow, so he will be back on the project. As far as right now, me and Kelly, we do a duet harmony type band, just the two of us, and it's called the South Bay Sirens. So we're
easy
both
to find on social media.
Yes,
South Bay
yes.
Sirens. Okay.
Hashtag South Bay Sirens.
Cool.
But also, definitely check out Chips and Salsa and look out for us in the future.
It's
awesome.
coming
And then
to
also,
you.
Izzy, your stuff. Where can we find your webpage and your social media and things like that?
Well, my social media, I have a website. Mm-hmm. Okay, I've been a music education advocate now for about 10 years. And so you can find me at izzyjanuary.com. And I post all my music there, the SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, Instagram, all of that is there on the website.
That's awesome.
And unlike some people, I pay for my domain name to make sure it's not taken by anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Yeah, that's
right.
Doing it the legal way.
Yeah.
And the right way.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll keep in touch, and then when you have your projects ready to go, we'll invite you on to do a full episode, just for you, and we'll promote whatever you need to promote and keep this thing going.
That sounds brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And come in and play a couple of songs, 2-3 songs, whatever, in the studio. And
hopefully next time Kelly can make it.
Yeah, of course. And then we also hope you get to hear. Oh, it's cut off?
No. Go
Oh,
on,
am I still going? Okay.
You're still going.
Tell me when to stop. I talk a lot. And then also the South Bay Sirens, get a check us out. But also with me and Izzy's project and my other roommate Christian, check us out as Chips and Salsa as well. Look out for us.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Look out for them, and keep you posted for all the happenings there.
Yeah, and we'll also, if you don't mind, maybe get a snippet from the soundboard of tonight's performance from both of you, from your own performance, Izzy, and then with Azeen. And we'll also incorporate it into this podcast as well.
Yeah. Awesome.
Perhaps
Great.
little teasers here and there. Get people get their appetite wet.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So,
all right. Appreciate you coming on. Yeah. And like I said, we'll keep in touch, and then we'll invite you on a future podcast.
Yeah. You guys are great. You guys are really, really cool, by the way.
That's great.
We try.
There's a lot to be done here in Southern California as far as the music scene. So
that's right.
We got to push all the muck out.
That's right, and that's the whole point of how we kind of put this together, trying to get the people who are really trying to do something and start a community there and get it out there and push it as much as possible.
That is definitely where it's at, just the communal efforts.
Yep. That's what we're trying to do. So
thanks again. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right, here we are in the sitting room in the tune-up and jam section of Saint Rocke here on PCH with the hosts of the Sound Collective, Josh Arbour and Kira Lingman. What's up, guys?
Hi.
I'm waving. For people who don't know, I'm waving right now.
Josh is waving, and that's $1 million wave, by the way. And so why don't you describe what you guys are trying to do here? You got this thing going on.
Taking the last French fries before our gentleman here takes them off.
It's all about the fries, man.
It is.
Yeah.
After a long day.
Yeah. Why don't you describe what you guys are doing here for the next few weeks here at Saint Rocke?
Well, while he's chewing, I'll explain it a little bit. But
I love how he passes the buck. You do it, I'm eating.
Yeah, so I mean, we're basically just showcasing new up and coming artists. Either whether or not they've been working the scene for a while or not, but we're just trying to showcase amazing artwork or musicians around town, and hopefully. It'll be a good.
They are like beautiful pieces of artwork.
Yeah,
now.
they are.
Yeah.
It is artwork. Music is artwork.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll just be a good night of networking and just having people who don't necessarily know them get to know their music and become fans.
Yeah, and as much as it feels like there's a handful of artists in the room, it also feels like those artists bring out their friends and family, and then you get some random strangers coming in and they're just blown away by each act, and I think that's the goal for us, is for them to come in and feel like it's an experience.
Yep.
We got a couple comments about like what this particular vibe and venue now feels like, and which is great, because that's what our main goal is here, is to just kind of attract an audience that really appreciates music and has
and make
feels
connections.
inspired.
And I mean, for me, ultimately, I think it would be a good goal of this event would be to make it a very collaborative musical event where it's a little mix of improv, yet you're also hearing new artists and ultimately just getting to know them on different levels other than music too.
So who came up with this idea, and how did this, walk me through how this came to be? From the idea to...
Basically...
Josh came with the idea, and he's like, do you want to host with me? And I was like, okay.
Is that easy, huh?
It's that easy. And I was like, no, I'm on board.
I think
love
what
it.
was the hardest thing was coming up with the name. Like, we were like, okay, one night stand. That was off the table, and I was thinking, God, this would be perfect.
So, Kira, you didn't want to have a one night stand with Josh, no?
No, I don't think it was like a matter of that.
Careful how you answer that question.
I am
Your
engaged.
fiance might be listening to this.
No, we were getting a lot of...
You're a swell guy.
We were getting a lot of negative feedback on our titles. So when finally Sound Collective...
every single one was getting...
So yeah, when Sound Collective got no feedback, we were like...
All
that's
right,
what
he's good with it. But it works.
By
I think it's
default,
perfect.
right?
Yeah.
But it works. It's perfect.
Well, it was funny because I sent Katie, okay, she's a promoter. I sent her, okay, Sound Collective. And she's like, okay, but what is it? What is it? And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, okay, Emerging Artist Showcase. Boom. Do
There it
that.
is.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
So yeah.
All right. And so you'll be doing this every Tuesday in September. And
Every
the
Tuesday
great
in
thing about it, though, is that it's free of charge.
Yes.
Anybody in the area in Hermosa Beach can come on down and check out some great music. And it's something that you can share with the rest of the world. You might discover somebody here.
And the French fries are delicious.
And the French fries,
and
of
Gray
course.
is a wonderful, wonderful bartender.
Cool. All right.
Good vibes and good times all around here at Saint Rocke.
So will you guys be here next week?
We will.
Yes, we will be here next week.
Yes, we will.
Will you guys be here the following week?
I plan
And then
to
the
be
following
here
week
as much as
there?
we
That is
can.
the plan.
Feels like there's
That
a
is the
trend
plan.
happening.
I think the only question mark is the final week of
So good,
September.
so-
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it goes exactly with the reason we started this podcast in the first place, is exactly what you're talking about. The reason to connect people, connect musicians, not just musicians, but people who support music too.
Right.
And that's
Exactly.
exactly what we did with this podcast. And you're doing the same thing here in a live setting. So it works perfect. So we'll be here as much as we can.
Sweet.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Good.
look forward to it. If this continues to build the momentum it is, then I predict us doing it maybe in October, November, depending on just the
Let's
draw.
keep the
really.
ball rolling. Let's build this community of musicians.
Maybe not
musicians.
Kira. I might be by myself. She might just say, you know what, that was fun, Josh, for that month.
No.
Kira, the conversation that was going to happen later in tonight, it just happened.
I know. I guess I'm already getting the boot already.
Or I might get
we
the
haven't
boot.
booked any more gigs.
Kira's
I'm getting the boot. They're like, I don't know about Kira.
I think I could have pulled this off myself now that I think of it. So we'll finish out September. We'll take it from there.
Okay, I needed Kira
That's what
though,
I'm getting.
because Kira brings
Kira is
the lighthearted.
Don't lose Kira.
Sweet, because me, I would have just hosted like, hi everyone, thank you for coming.
And don't get me wrong, I started like that because it was my first time ever like hosting anything. So I know I'll get better at public speaking, but
It's different,
wonderful.
right? It's different being on the
it's
other
different
side.
when you don't have a guitar in front of you and you're singing
Yeah.
a song, which is
Right.
a lot of people might think the exact opposite. But like for me, public speaking is like the worst. So to me, to be like, let me introduce somebody, and I know everyone's name, yet I still buckle. Like, but whatever, I'll get better.
Yeah.
So-
give me next week, we're fine.
Yeah, this is just the
Awesome.
beginning. So for now, where can people find you and your music?
So they can find me at kiralingman.com, or they can follow
I'm
me
doing
on
the Vanna White right now for
or they
Kira,
can
for the
follow me on
listeners out there.
Instagram, which is Kira__bones,
Still doing the Vanna White.
or Facebook, which is you can just find me Kira Lingman,
Kira Lingman.
KIRALANGMAN, in case you wanted to know, I get a lot of caroling. I get that, but it's Kira Lingman. Anyway,
Katie Langman.
I haven't gotten that yet.
In the bag. You can find my music SoundCloud/J Arbour or Facebook Joshua Arbour. I'm really friendly, so if you want to be my friend, I would happily be yours as well.
And that's ARBO.
ARBOUR.
Yeah. Just so everybody knows. Yeah.
And there's a website, josharbor.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, we have to get you guys in also for a full episode of your stuff and your stuff.
Oh,
for
You
sure.
know what I mean? So you come in and play, and
Just
we
tell
can
me
talk
when and
more
where.
about you and more about you and get really deep into the conversations.
I could talk a lot about me.
Yeah.
All right, but we're
I
gonna
can
cut
talk
it.
a lot about you too.
We're gonna cut it.
All bad things.
All right.
Awesome. Thank
Cool.
you.
Francis is like we're gonna
All right,
cut
enough,
it now.
Josh. All right, enough.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Cool,
All right,
thank you.
till next week.
Yeah.
All
till
right,
next
see you
week.
next week.
Thank you,
More
guys.
next week.
All
Thanks.
right, bye.